That's it?
Hello.
Yeah, 5 out of 6.
Which one?
Lola May.
Hello, yep, I'm working. Okay,
Good to see you.
back.
all right. I'd like to call to order the March 18th meeting of the Timber Oaks Community Services Association. And will we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence?
Pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Roll call, Debbie?
Yes, ma'am. I have Eileen Dunn, Dave Kaufman,
Here.
Mike Delph,
Here.
Rick Agler,
Here.
Donna Mosier, and Susan Muniak.
Here. Okay, proof of notice? Jack?
Proof of notice is posted on Monday, thank you.
Okay. And for minutes, may I have a motion for the minutes of February 18th?
So moved.
Second.
Any corrections? Seeing none? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Okay, treasurer's report.
We keep on clicking along. We had another month where we were to the good on our budget, against the budget. So far this year, we're $118,000 to the plus on our budget. So we're in good shape going into next year.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Anyone?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Jack?
Okay, we're gonna skip the first bullet because actually it's covered under the third bullet. Nelson installed solar lights on the Ranch Road entrance wall to illuminate the sign, which has had almost no power for 2 years, as I had all the meters pulled for the irrigation in the parks that were no longer in use, saving us about $35 a month per meter. Did not realizing it was taking the power away from the lights on the wall. So he installed solar lights that charge all day and illuminate the sign at night. On February 20th, Felt Property Assessment Team performed their wind mitigation inspection to ensure we get our hurricane panel discount with our new insurance agent. In the evening of February 18th, I received a call from Ed Wayner stating the fire department had called him regarding an alarm and smoke in the billiards room. It turned out the air handler blower motor burned up. They ventilated the building, got the smoke out, and on February 25th, Avan Air replaced the blower motor and got it back online. And Ed, I made sure that they've got my phone number now instead of yours.
Thank you.
I reported a down street light pole knocked over by a vehicle. Numerous parts of the car were on scene. Nelson and Richard trimmed the trees hanging over the Ranch Road monument sign to give the solar panels a better kick. Richard painted striping on the newly poured concrete in the parking lot over here, so hopefully no one will park on it. Nelson and Richard then moved the 3 curb stops up approximately 1 foot, leaving more rooms for cars transitioning the parking Richard made irrigation repairs at the front of the island on La Madeira and prep for plantings. On the 3rd, the staff put out the yard sale banners. The banner at Ranch Road was torn down twice and had to be put back up. We don't know who was doing that. The 3 new garbage cans were delivered on the 3rd for the kitchen. Richard cut back the front damage, some of the damage front plantings around the clubhouse that were damaged by the frost. Nelson has repaired the problematic toilet in the ladies' room. I don't know what's going on with that one. We're probably going to have to, Richard, put it on the to-do list to buy new arms and handle for that one and see if we can stop it from disconnecting. We ordered a new section of tennis court windscreen that's falling apart. About 4 weeks out to delivery on that. I met with the contractors to get bids on the crack sealing, crack sealing, and restriping of the parking lots. Nelson shot back the drain line for the gym AC, which was backing up and leaking into the wood shop. Richard cleaned all these chemical sensor probes and salt generator cells for the pool and spa, which salt generators make chlorine out of salt to put in the pool. They do corrode, so they have to be periodically cleaned. And the probes are the sensors for the chemical injectors. They need to periodically be cleaned as well. I also reported a large pothole at Timber Lane in Ponderosa to Public Works, which is right over here, which a lady had tripped in and badly banged up her leg. Nelson and Richard escorted a solicitor off the property after he got nasty with Dave Kaufman. They literally put him on a golf cart and took him away from there. Richard checked all the association irrigation at the clubhouse in La Madeira. Someone reached, and here's another one. We got a report that the pool deck water fountain wasn't working. Richard and I went out there, we tore the whole thing apart. Putting it back together, Richard realized there was a shut-off valve underneath the fountain. Somebody had reached underneath the water fountain and turned it off. We simply turned it back on and magically the water fountain started working again. We had to purchase another backpack blower as the one of them blew the motor, only 5 months old. I'm working with Craftsman on getting the warranty covered onto that thing, which has taken quite some time. Since the Geo thermals for the pool and spa are no longer under warranty, I paid $1,050 for a maintenance plan that gives us maintenance service twice a year on all 3 units. Nelson also repaired a pool gate by the men's room back here that was not closing properly. And as far as violations are concerned, we closed 107 and 31 new ones were put out. That's all I've got. Any questions?
Do we have hurricane shutters for these windows?
Yes. Every single window on this
Okay.
except shutters.
Our committee.
Tanya Weekly, our committee met and reviewed 28 ARC applications, and we recommend the board approve 26 and one, you are the only ones that can approve it, and one we recommend you disapprove.
Okay, first, may I have a motion for the 26 that were approved?
So,
We'll take that as a second.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Okay. Motion carries. Now for the 2 that were rejected, let's look at,
The hot tub, that can only be decided by the board in
right. That's the one on 10515 Mira Vista. The hot tub is going on a patio that had been approved before. The patio is not new, it's just the hot tub.
I make a motion, we approve the hot tub on Mira Vista.
Question?
Yeah, discussion. Is this out of sight of the roads? You know where it's going?
It should be.
Well,
I looked at the aerial map of that one with Mike,
Yeah.
and it's pretty heavily wooded. It's a corner lot, but like I said, it seems pretty heavily wooded, where you couldn't even see the patios from the aerial shot.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions from the board? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. And now on 8521 Cedar View, and Tanya, do you want to explain what you went today to see?
Okay, so they want to put in a safety railing, but they already have put it up. And it's more of a decorative fence. It's, the posts that hold it are those little thin black ones. They're not 2x4s like the safety railing on the neighbor's house with it going up the driveway. So, and then on the form, they didn't say how high it was gonna be, they didn't say what it was gonna be made of, and they didn't say how long it was gonna be. They gave no dimensions, no description of what the safety railing was supposed to be. And I went by today and the railing's up the side of the driveway, and it's the thin, these are where the fence meet, little black posts, metal posts, and that's not safety railing, it should be 2x4s.
They already put it down the driveway?
Yeah, I took a picture today. Stopped by because I heard they already put it up, so I was like, let me double check that, because they didn't give us a description of what kind of fence they were gonna use, and or what kind of railing they were gonna use, and that's a decorative fence, so it's not safety railing at all. The neighbor has safety railing, the neighbor has a really nice safety rail up their driveway. But they could have took a picture of that and said, we're gonna do exactly what our neighbors did, and we could have approved it, but they didn't even, they just said, she gave us a great description of her 2 falls and why she needs a safety railing, but she didn't tell us what kind of railing, and then what's there is not safety railing, it's decorative fence.
Madam President?
Yes.
Based on what the committee has reported, I move that we disapprove.
I second it.
All those, any other questions from the board? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, none,
I'm
The
assuming we're
motion-
gonna have to send them notice to take down what they have put up.
right. All right,
They can resubmit, get together with our committee, and resubmit something, because we do allow safety railings. No, I remember Dale was one of the first ones in there.
yeah,
But
And
I
we
just-
disapproved your first one, didn't we? And you came back with a really nice second one, and we approved.
Yeah, what Tanya's describing is more of a
Decorative fence.
type
Well, I know. I'm
I could,
saying-
at 108 pounds, if I fell and grabbed that, I would rip that whole thing down with me. That is not a safety railing. And I'm only 108 pounds, I don't know what she weighs, but that's no safety railing.
I agree. Their description is not a safety.
yeah, well, I showed pictures to the board members that didn't get,
Okay, yeah, I sent it to you and Dave because I had both your numbers, so.
yeah, I had, yeah. And it is not, there's no place to grab, and if you're gonna have a safety railing, you need something that somebody can hold on to while they're walking.
Yeah.
You.
That's why I sent you the neighbors, because the neighbors is a perfect example of a safety
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tanya. Okay, committee reports. And do we have, let's start, mine has Live Oaks first.
Hi, Gail Rupp. I'm reporting for Beverly Budog. Live Oaks board meeting was on February 24th. We reviewed the scheduled events for March, April, and May of 2026. We are seeing volunteers slowly increasing for our events. Thank you also to Tosca for approving the funding for the recommended kitchen items. that we requested. I don't know that we received them all, but thank you for approving them. We are still tracking volunteers for each event. But also this month now, she attached a copy of the Live Oaks Treasure Report for February 2026 as requested, and this information is going to be provided monthly. Well, it is always provided monthly at our Live Oaks social and to the TOXA office. We will now provide this report monthly with this agenda as well. And our next Live Oaks board meeting is March 31st. All right, any questions?
I have a comment.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much for attaching this treasurer's report.
Oh, sure.
It was real helpful to me, especially when I have people that, I've had a couple people come to me from time to time fussing about how much an event might cost. And I've had a couple people actually accuse you of, not you, but the Live Oaks group of trying to operate at a profit when we're a nonprofit. And this makes it very, very, very clear. It makes it easy to show to people. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we actually, a lot of what we do as far as ticket sales is trying to keep it down as minimal as possible. So there's a lot of things that we take a lot of effort into trying in reducing usages and things like that. Dave? Dave?
I'd like to ask a question of Jack. The stuff that we needed for the kitchen, I know the garbage cans came in with the wheels on them. How about the, where are the coffee pods and that sort of thing that we ordered?
They're on order.
We
have
coffee
them on
pots,
order.
and the other thing was also the ice buckets.
And the ice buckets.
Yeah,
I did
they're-
order everything. I'm waiting for delivery.
Oh, I see.
We are running into issues at our dances
Yeah,
where we
that-
don't
that
have
one-
enough of them.
They've ordered them, they just
Yeah.
haven't come in
Yeah,
yet.
we had, I guess, this past month again, Dan brought her own bucket because we run out of ice buckets. So, okay, thank you.
Madam President,
Thank you.
Yes.
I think, well, this report brings it to my light. Can we put a direction out that we need to have a certain size type? And report submitted to the board. And if you go to our budget, you know, it should be about that size. If you get down to this size, quite frankly, I had to get a magnifying glass.
All right, I will let her
I
know.
understand I'm getting younger every day.
Yeah. No, we'll make sure to increase it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay, Finance Committee. Is anyone here to, not, we've got the report. And there was nothing, all the questions were answered on it. Okay. Is Debbie Perini here? Debbie, come up for the library report.
Well,
I'll ask.
I'm pleased to let you know that 2 residents have signed up to volunteer their time to join the library committee. I've met with one of them this past weekend, and I'm hopeful that they will agree to be part of our team. I'm looking forward to working with both of them. I will update you on this to see how that goes. Also, I want to mention that we received a large donation of Harlequin and softcover fiction this past month. So thank you to everybody that donates and keep them coming.
Debbie, who are the people?
They are Darla Nolan and Joan Medico. I met with Joan this past weekend, and she's very eager to join our team. Darla unfortunately could not make it this weekend to meet with me, but we're going to keep each other posted when we can meet.
Okay, thank you. I just, it said 2 residents, and I'm going, okay, who?
Who, okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Sue. I'm going to ask an indulgence to go back to the last.
Okay,
report
I'm
from
sorry.
The Finance Committee.
Yeah.
There was a couple things on this report that was a question the committee had questions on. One of them was that there were 2 November invoices for workers' comp both had different invoice numbers. The committee would like to know what they were for, and that'd be interesting for me to know too. Did you guys address that? Deb?
Yeah, Deb went back and checked for me and they all got paid once.
Okay,
There was a double entry on their side.
okay.
Thank you. Okay. All right, any other committee reports? Seeing none, let's move on. The next item is, camera proposals, and I will address this. When we went to look, and Vera sent us the, form to fill out for the contract for what we had accepted at the last meeting, it wasn't quite what we had said we wanted. And after more questioning of them and going through it, the one thing that they finally said, yeah, you had to have some sort of maintenance fee. But we said, what if we decided we didn't like the service from Envira and we didn't want it anymore? Would we be able to see the pictures from the camera on the screens that we have in the office? And the guy goes to me, well, no, because there's software in between and you wouldn't be paying for the maintenance of that software. So we said goodbye to Envira. We're not doing that. If we're buying cameras and we're paying for wire to go from the camera to the screen, we want to be able to see it no matter what. We have since put out, Jack had ADT come in, and we're waiting for a bid from ADT, and so until then, don't have a vendor yet for it. We will go over it again once we get a vendor for it.
Madam President,
Yes,
I'm sorry. Just a quick comment. She did not do this on her own. She called all of us, all the directors, and we all agreed that was what to do. When you sounded, it sounded like you did it, and I know you physically did do it, but she did contact all of us directors, and we're all agreed.
Yeah, just to let the audience know, and Vera wanted, at first $1,600 a month, then we got it down to $900 a month. But if we didn't pay the $900 a month, we would not be able to view the cameras that we paid for and paid to have installed. Doesn't make any sense at all. So that's why we dropped that.
When I did the math on it, it was, close to $90,000 over 10 years. We could have bought that system 3 times over 10 years for $90,000. So for me, that was an easy no, we're not going here.
yeah, and it just doesn't make sense that you can't see the pictures, I can understand if they're maintaining the cameras and if they're giving us access on phones and all that, fine. But if we don't need that access, we still want to see the pictures. So we are back at, square 2, not at square 1. We're at square 2, we're waiting for that. Okay, next, that's the camera.
So could I ask a question?
Sure.
We did approve those people as vendors at the last meeting. Should we, or would you entertain a motion to rescind that or do we
I had
not
asked-
fulfill it or what?
I had asked and it was not, I was told it's not necessary to it because we didn't sign anything or no agreement.
But I think Dave's is referring to our records. Somebody goes back 3 years
Okay.
now. So if Dave's making the motion, I'll second that.
No, I wasn't making the motion. I was just asking.
Well, if you would like to
Just
make
made
the
a motion,
motion,
Dave.
make the motion, Dave.
So moved.
Second.
All those, any other questions from the board? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Okay. La Madeira entrance landscaping. We have another proposal. I had spoken with Marion Evans and the group who had
proposed what they proposed and suggested that we put some sort of color such as the coreopsis, which is the wildflower of Florida, that we put some of that in the thing, and she was amenable to that, and also amenable to the idea that they would not do the work being at 52 and Little, that it was a dangerous place for them. Plus, it would take a lot of time for our maintenance men to do some of the digging that they couldn't do. Went back to Three Seasons to have them bid on it. However, their interpretation of what I was telling them, or I don't know if it got lost in interpretation between me and Jack and them, or somewhere in between. It's not quite what we were thinking of where the coreopsis would be. And coreopsis is a flower that you'll see on a lot of highways in Florida. It grows all over Florida, and it's also known as tick-seed. One word, yeah, I know, not a pretty, it's a yellow and oranges flower. So it's pretty, and it would be color for a good part of the year.
The only problem I have with this, we have planted beautiful flowering out there for 3 times. And all 3 times, somebody has come in and stole all these pretty flowers. I don't want to spend this kind of money to have it done. I agree, something needs to be done. Definitely the mulch and everything put out there to cover all the bare spots to make it look a little more presentable. But this kind of money for putting beautiful flowers for somebody else to come in and steal, I'm not.
The coreopsis is a much more common flower than what we had before. Before, I don't remember the names, but they were bigger individual plants, very easy to steal. This coreopsis would be a bed of plants. It's not, you can't just go and dig up one little flower in this. Before they were plants like this, they'd come in, we'd come back in the morning, you'd have a big hole in the ground. So I'm asking for us to put this on hold or to table it until we get a better picture of what.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any board comments? Okay, Eileen?
Why can't we get these bids itemized?
They were,
It's not itemized.
we will get it itemized as to how.
It's itemized right here.
It is not, that's a total.
She wanted to know the cost of each plant.
This stuff should all be itemized by him. How much is he paying for the 9 yard per yard for the pine bulk mulch?
Okay.
He used to give us a separate thing, and then he raised it another 1 year in the middle of the year. We should have itemized
We will get it, Eileen, we
for
will.
what he's doing. Ask him when he's giving us bids.
All right, was there another board comment? Other than that, okay, anyone else on the board? LeMay?
Nyford, Rolling Drive. It seems like we're going backwards on this. I know we had gotten a proposal before for professional landscaping to be done. And we said, why spend the money when Marion's been doing it? So I understand it's dangerous. I walked down in there over Christmas to put stuff on those wreaths. But we have maintenance men who could go out and plant for her. She can still do what she's done on these center islands, which has been, I gave an abundance of flowers and bulbs that I had, and a lot of other people here did that, and that's what's out there. There's nothing that, other than the mulch that numerous residents chipped for. And again, we're talking about getting a professional team in to do this, and like you said, they didn't even do what you asked a little bit with the coreopsis.
That
So,
was miscommunication.
well, I still think, talk to Marion, talk about getting plants from everyone in here. No one's gonna steal them, and if they do, we'll put new ones out there, because we all have an excess of bulbs and plants and flowers in our yards.
entrance with the pink flowers. Anybody want anything?
Yep, so, I think we look into that again, if you wanna get a committee or not, and have Nelson or someone go out with her and have them dig the holes and put in what she wants, where she wants.
We'll see. Thank you.
Jack, you had an opinion about the workers going out to do that. Would you mind sharing it with, everyone?
I was just concerned with not only our staff, but the resident safety out there on the side of 52 and the heavy traffic that comes in and out of Montgomery. That was my concern.
Where that planner is, and you've all seen it, you can easily be way off 52.
Mike?
You can take it off.
When I was out there was no danger from the cars. I mean, you're off of it. You actually have a bus stop bench sitting there and you're not in the traffic. I mean, if you're in the very center, but you're in the center, no one should be going up on that. And it could happen, but let's not get ridiculous here.
All right. Did you want to say something?
No, you just had to move.
No, I thought he was getting up before that. All right.
Out of the way.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to table it
And a second.
and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Okay, new business, sealing of the parking lot. Jack, would you like to go through the bids?
Got 3 proposals. The spec for all 3 proposals was crack sealing, and restriping of both parking lots. We've got Gator State Paving and Masonry, Gulf Coast Seal Coast, and Pavemaster. Pavemaster was the same company that paved the parking lots. They came in the highest at $17,037. Gulf Coast Seal Coat came in at $10,500. And Gator State was, where it is, $15,500. David questioned about the crack sealing. One saying 800, the other saying 1,800 linear feet of crack sealing. I was here for a meeting with all of the contractors, and the contractor talking about 800 square feet as opposed to 1,800 square feet.
But linear feet though.
I'm sorry, linear feet, was talking about sealing the larger cracks with the crack sealing compound, not doing the smaller, finer cracks, which would be sealed by the asphalt sealer itself. The other company is proposing sealing every inch of crack out there, even the fine ones, which really would need the crack sealing over top of it as the sealer would fill it. So my recommendation is going with Gulf Coast Seal Coat, who's proposing 800 linear feet. They're talking about a 1/4 inch wide to 1 inch wide cracks, and what they would be, that's what they'd be sealing. And at their bid at $10,500 to get the job done, that's my recommendation.
Madam President,
Can I have a motion?
I move, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay,
I make a motion that we accept the Gulf Coast Seal Coat bid as directed by our manager.
Second.
Modifications or additions into the contract.
okay, board comments. I mean,
What was the rationale for doing the smaller cracks?
He just said he would do them all, and it's at a higher cost.
Oh, I didn't say why we should do those?
No, he just said he would do them all, where the other one explained that he'd only be doing, from a 1/4 inch to 1 inch.
Should we be doing the smaller ones?
The sealer itself will seal the smaller cracks.
I mean, do they start out small and gonna get bigger ones? We're gonna do this again?
Well, the sealer itself's only gonna last maximum 3 years. It'll need to be done again.
Oh, this only lasts for 3 years?
Yeah, the traffic will wear it off pretty rapidly within 3 years.
And they, from what they said in here, that most of the finer cracks are underneath where the cars park, which doesn't get as much traffic, which is probably why the cracks are smaller.
Jack, I just want to be sure, they're gonna do half the parking lot and allow that to be done before they start the other half.
Yeah, we definitely have to do it one at a time.
And we have a startup or, specification of, $750 for using they're gonna go ahead and put the paint on after that.
Right.
So how long will the parking lot be down the one side for a day or two?
I'd say probably a full 2 days.
Okay, and then they'll move for 2 days to the other side.
Right.
Okay.
And we'll do our best to block it off to keep people off of it, but as in the past paving, they've driven right through or over top of the barricades and gone on in.
All right, any other comments from board members? Seeing none, if you would come up please to the mic and state your name. Okay, thanks.
Bob Thomas, I live on Footprint Lane. You're talking about the cracks and everything in the parking lot. What's causing the cracks?
It's just old asphalt.
Old asphalt? Is there roots that are going? In other words, if you correct the problem,
there's no
will
tree
it happen again?
There's no tree roots in that area.
Okay. Yes. Has this been done before? And my question is, if the cracks are there, they're gonna come back in another couple of years and do this all over?
They always will. Now, we had the parking lot taken down, 3 or 4 years ago, right?
2 years.
2 years ago. 2 years ago. And these are cracks that have either come through from before, even though we had it taken down, or new ones. Jack?
Where you see the existing cracks now is where they milled and paved over the old asphalt. Where in the center portion where you see good, clean, black asphalt, no cracks, that's where they took it down to the base because they screwed up the drainage on the first time around and took it all the way down to the base and redid it. So you don't have any cracks transferring.
Reoccurrence is what I'm worried about.
They, 2-3 years, they will return.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Bob, I just wanted you to know I'm from here, and asphalt, because it gets real hot and then it cools at night, they get small cracks. What really does the damage is the rain running off of it, which takes more of the asphalt out with it. And that's why every 2-3 years at the most, if you want your parking lot to last, and look,
No, I understand.
you gotta put the coating on it to protect it against that.
You answered my question.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Madam President,
Yes.
I know, I used to lay asphalt when I was probably 17, 18 years old and worked there.
Closer to the mic.
But we're in Florida here and you've got sand and you go down to a base. If you want to go and put like a 4-inch cement base underneath all this, hey, it'll be fine, but it's terribly expensive. And what we got, it's just easier to put a fine coating on the top of it every 3 to 5 years. But it's going to settle in the sand. No question about it. You got heavy stuff coming in and it's just the way it is in Florida in a way. If you don't put down, like I said, about a 4-inch cement base, you're going to end up, this is the way it is. And actually 10,000 to do our things, I think is a very reasonable thing.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. I know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we going to be spending 10,000 every 3 years or thereabouts?
Every 3 to 5 at least, yes.
So we should be budgeting for that, huh?
It should be in the reserve. It's not a yes.
Okay.
I just have a question about timing for when this would be done. If,
I will definitely take that into consideration.
yeah, because we, in the
Yeah.
summertime, we have a lot of activities out there and I know last year or a couple of years ago we did it, we had some issues with having to do the golf carts in order to get people in and stuff. So if you just look at our, coordinate it with the
I'll definitely
schedule.
look at the calendar, talk to them about when's the best time to get it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of Gulf Coast Seal Coat at 10,500?
I,
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Okay, proposed budget for 2026, 27. Mr. Treasurer, I will turn it over to you.
okay, thank you. The budget committee, met and a large team of people went over the budget line item by line item, with Jack and the whole committee. Patty was our chairperson, and I don't see her here today, Patty Weislake. There were two changes that we've made since the committee met. One was an oversight thing I didn't understand, and it had to do with the Live Oaks budget and how the Live Oaks budget worked. Jack had actually reduced it from 37,000 to 17,000 because that's what the computer said. When in fact that 37,000 is a number we've always used that I wasn't aware of. And it needs to be taken off on the other end because we really don't give them 37,000. They have their own budget. It's just a pass-through thing. That was a good thing because that meant that it took 17,000 less of our carryover from this year to finance our budget for next year. The other one was, since the price of gasoline has taken a big shot up, we did increase our fuel, gas, and oil budget by $750. So that was the two minor little changes we made after the committee met. And I don't know how it's handled from here. I think it's something that'll get approved by the new board when that all is said and done. So, but the committee did a great job. They hammered it out in, I don't know, 2 meetings, and appreciate everybody's help on that. They did a fantastic job.
All right, the next step is mailing out notice of the budget meeting. The board just needs to make a motion to approve this proposed budget to be sent, or postcard to be sent to the residents stating that the proposed budget is available for pickup, and we'll have a meeting date on the postcard. And the next meeting is April.
Our annual meeting is,
Yeah, but the
you
next,
want the next board meeting in April?
yeah, April 17th.
15, April 15.
So moved, Madam President.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
All right, did you have a comment other than the,
I have a comment, but it can come after.
okay, because are there any, before we vote, are there any other comments from the board on the budget? Because we have a person, the proposed budget. We have a person standing at the podium. So do you want to go first or do you want,
Oh, no, I'm fine.
go ahead?
Well, I'll put my comment in. Not only did the committee do a great job, but our management team, working with our officers, did a great job in preparing the budget.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris Skabrowski. I have a comment. Did anybody see the Postal Service is going to raise the price of stamps over $1?
Go ahead.
Ed Weiner, Footprint Lake. Is there going to be an increase in dues?
Nope.
That was not mentioned. So
No increase in dues, it stays the same.
Okay, can we get the budget online? Is there a way to get it online? For those that don't want to come in and pick one up?
Yes,
I
Debbie?
I always post it on our website, the draft.
Good, thank you, Debbie.
That's Tim Brooks 2020.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If anybody that wants to see the budget can go look. Anybody that's here that knows about it can tell their neighbors if they ask. You can see it at Timber Oaks 2020.
Madam President, I also have nothing to do with what the committee did, what the adjustments were, has to do with the format. For some reason, we're printing this out, and the headings need to be changed, because it starts off, and the second one in says expenses, and of course, it's all income. But then the income stops about 2/3 of the way down on the page. Now, I've done accounting, I worked with Price Waterhouse. I mean, you've either got to have a heavy double line there to show that, hey, that's the end of that section. Or please start it on, and start the third of the page down there to do it. I made a mistake looking at this quickly the first time. Dave made a mistake looking at it the first time. And almost anybody I've talked to.
I can easily insert a heavy line in between income and expense.
Yeah, it's gotta be, you should be a double line.
Okay, that can be done.
Yeah, okay, because that makes it so much, hey, that's the end of that thing. It starts off with, of course, it says expenses. It's not for that upper section, it should be income. And then on the other pages, if they list them, so here I got an original draft. I just put old budget, and then the second column, I put estimated actual expenses. You can come up with better words than that if you want. And then the new budget, figure. It just makes it so much easier to read, because most of these people are not going to take this budget and go to somebody, an accountant, and have them help them read it. And it just makes it so simple to do that kind of thing.
Not a problem.
Okay.
We can take care of it.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, I'd just like to comment, it has to do with what Rick is saying. These column headers, for instance, at the top that say that this is projected expenses, this top half of the form is income. The bottom half is expenses. So those headers need to be on the second half of this. The top one would say income, and then the one that starts 2/3 of the page down, there should be a header there, all of those new, that says that the expenses start here.
Okay.
Because it's confusing, actually.
Any other comments from the board members? Seeing none anymore in the audience. We have the motion to send out the postcards and discuss it at the next. It's been seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. And thank you to the budget committee and the work that was done by the office. And now we'll go to fines and suspensions.
I make the motion, fine 10734 Los Santos Drive, $50 a day, 5,000. That's what it's like. I remembered. For violation of maintenance of their home. It's on the driveway for mildew and dirt on the driveway.
All those in,
Second.
thank you. Any board comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I made the motion to fine 10705 Mira Vista Drive, $50 a day up to $5,000 for maintenance of the home due to mildew and dirt on the driveway.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Okay, we had no correspondence. And before we adjourn, I'd like to remind everyone that you received two things that have to be returned or should be returned. One is the amendment, to re-put the land descriptions back onto our documents. There's the box in the lobby. If you did not receive one, you can go to the office and get one. The other is that for our elections, The ballot box is out. You can put it in the ballot box. Please, the more people that respond, the better off for all of us. I think was only the reminders I had for myself. Oh, the election, the motion, the amendment, there's a meeting on the 23rd, next Monday morning, when that has to be in before then. For the voting, the meeting is April 1st at 9 o'clock. The ballots need to be in before then because we will call for the last round of people putting in their ballots just before 9:15, usually around. And then it will be, the counters will start counting and we will get the result usually, 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon for that. All right, Dave?
Just want to make another comment about something else. Okay.
Yes.
I was just saying I wanted to make a comment about something else. This is our last regular meeting of my first year on the board. And it's really sad, kind of, because the lady sitting beside me, Eileen Dunn, who served this community well for many years, as well as our Vice President, Donna Moser, who's been on the board now a little over 3 years, I think, and is going to be sitting out for a couple of terms. And also Sue Muniak, who is up for election this year as well. It's been, I just want everybody to know that this is a lot of work to do this, and I'd like each of you guys to say thank you to these 3 people.
That's okay.
I was just gonna thank everybody too for being here and supporting me, but I'll say it now, I'll say it then too. Thank you.
Usually that happens at the meeting in the 15 minutes at the beginning of the meeting, we say thank you and goodbye. All right, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're ready for open comment. We have someone.
Anna Siegel, 14116. I spoke to Dave about this, and I don't know if there's been time to bring it up with Jack or the rest of the board members. But I feel that the what we call the slop sink, the utility sink in the kitchen area really needs to be replaced with a stainless steel sink. It's disgusting. You can't clean it. It just can't be clean. And if we're a commercial kitchen and it sits right across from where our washed utensils are on the drying rack, it really needs to be more sanitary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ann, I'd like you to thank your husband actually for bringing up and advising me on the parking lot.
Okay.
It was really important, and I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else?
Well, just on that sink, Jack, isn't that something that we can just take care of?
Yep.
So take a look at it and
Will do.
see what it takes.
All right,
Oh, I got something to say.
anything else?
Don't forget to vote.
Okay, everyone, thank you, and have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Or day, afternoon, it's afternoon. Ooh, it's only 2 o'clock.